What's going, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video and something new, something that I'm super excited to show you guys, and something that I've been wanting to do for a long ass time. And this is kind of a real life series of video games and stuff. We're going out into the real world, and I'm going to be kind of recording my, as you can tell, my boxing journey. Now, as you guys know, and I'm sure you guys have all gathered by now, I love boxing, I love combat sports, MMA, the whole lot. And as most of you know, I used to box, not like, not professionally, not amateur. I had a fight in white collar in March of 2020, literally about 6 or 7 days before the first lockdown in March of 2020, when COVID really hit. And literally it went from me training 5 days a week, 5-6 days a week, to nothing in the blink of an eye. And I literally lost all motivation to do it. 2021 come round, I started to kind of pick up the weights a little bit and go to the gym a little bit, but found real no motivation. And then in December, I started to hit the gym a bit harder. And then I was like, you know what, 2022, I'm going to renew my membership down the gym, and I'm going to get back. I'm going to put the gloves back on, get back on the bag, and eventually get back in the ring. So this journey, if you will, was literally just for me to, 1, get fit, 2, most likely fight again, and 3, just become a better boxer and do the sport that I love. Because, I enjoy watching the NFL, but I can't go and play American football. I don't have that time, and I don't have, the resources where I live to go and play. I love watching boxing, so why not go and do it? The gym's not far from me, so why not? I just said, fuck it, let's smash it. Me and a mate signed up. I will be going alone quite a bit. There'll be some videos where you will see my mate in there. So, for example, today's video is going to be a little bit shorter, because one of the first days I was at the gym by myself, and I recorded all of that. And then actually, at the time I'm recording this, tomorrow I'm back at the gym with my mate, and we're just going to do some open gym stuff, just kind of flow around, just do some bag work and that. And hopefully in a month or so, I'll get back in the ring and be sparring and be able to record that for you guys. While all comments are welcome to help me out, just remember, guys, no two styles are the same. I genuinely have no respect for armchair experts that watch one AJ fight a year and believe that they could have beat Usyk. I've got no time for those kind of people. If you guys are very knowledgeable on the sport, I'm not saying you have to step in the ring to give advice, but if you guys are knowledgeable on the sport, if you guys have stepped in the ring, feel free to offer your constructive criticism. But, just don't be a cunt, pretty much is the gist I'm getting at. I've got no issue with constructive criticism. Feel free to give me timestamps of certain things I can improve on. Of course, I know I've got to work on things. I'm not quite the size I want to be, let alone got the speed, the cardio. None of that's where it wants to be, but I just want to improve. I want to have fun with it, and I thought I'd bring you guys along for the journey. So yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna jump into a commentary behind it. A lot of the time there won't be audio for the boxing itself, because they tend to have music on really loud. So pretty much when I was there for like that hour and a bit or so, they literally had Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg on just like the whole time. So of course I couldn't have like that, because I'd get copyright strike like fuck. So yeah, but anyways, I'm just gonna jump into it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the video. So I decided to say goodbye to the setup, all the screens, all the consoles, and start packing. We packed the boots, packed the gloves, packed everything that we may need. Let's be honest, I don't have the conditioning to do hours and hours of this stuff. Brought my headgear, not quite sure why I packed that, but I thought you never know when you need sparring. And then those things are for my calves, because I get quite painful shin splints sometimes, and they hold it all together, so they help. I didn't need my groin gear, so chucked that away. And then I had to decide on some shoes in this grey, rainy English weather. Do we go for the bright white Air Force? Do we go for the retro 3s? Of course we don't, guys. We go for the old reliable, shitty skate shoes, standard. And we're all packed, ready to go. Everything's there. Say goodbye to the doggo, and off we go. Obviously quite a bit of a walk, about 40 minutes. About 40-50 minutes in travel. Finally there, recording my way up the stairs, and I had to cut it because there was a woman walking there. Little survey of the gym, so you guys can see it from kind of where I'm sitting down doing the shoes up. You guys can see some of the kit they've got. The big rings behind me. Shoes are on. Check those. I love these boots, man. I love these boots so much. Still had a hoodie on. It was cold. I could feel my groin starting to hurt. This is the first time I'd put these boxing boots on in a year and a half. This is the first time I'd been in this gym since March 2020. I have not put these boots on. I've not moved like this in a long time. Almost 2 years now I've not moved longer. So I was just, just in the mirror, just kind of going through the motions, just flowing. That's all that I wanted to do. This hour and a half or so that I was here, I was just wanting to flow and just kind of, feel it again, because it's just so much fun. You can really see where I keep moving. My groin is really, like, you know, my legs were kind of getting sore, you know, my groin was starting to hurt from the bounce. And after about 5 or 10 minutes or so of doing this, the pain went away. So I was like, all right, I'll put my wraps on now. I'll do a bit more shadow, and then we'll carry on. So I put the wraps on. Everyone has a different way of doing their wraps. People are going to tell me I'm doing it wrong. People are going to tell me I'm doing it right. People are going to say you should do it this way and that way. I do it how it's comfortable. I do it how it supports the bone in my thumb as well as supports my wrist, because I broke my left wrist as a youngster, so I sometimes have pain there, and I sometimes have the pain in my forearm if my wrist is not properly supported. So this is the way that it kind of helps my hands. That's my only focus on putting wraps. So I'm not a professional. These are literally just to hold my bones in place and just support the muscles and the bones in my hands. That's all I have the wraps for. That's literally it for me personally. So now the hoodie's off, we're just back in the mirror, like I said, just flowing, just feeling some things. I'm just thinking it through. I'm just trying to get, you know, every combination that I know out, each shot that I love, that, you know, the 1-2 I love especially. I was just moving, just trying to, you know, get my footwork right, just trying to pivot round, see what felt right, see what felt wrong, see what I need to improve on. Obviously, you know, you guys are going to probably see 18 minutes of this video, whereas I recorded this alone, this section alone of this one day for an hour and a half, an hour and 40, you know, including doing abs and stuff that I haven't shown you guys. But you know, I just wanted just to flow and just move and get a good sweat going, and that's exactly what I achieved. Decided to jump on the scale and weigh myself. When I fought at 60 kilos. I'm now at 58.85, which is 59 round up, which is 130 pounds, which is about 9 stone 3. For anyone that wants to know it in kind of old money like that. And this was literally the first time I have thrown a punch and it's landed, other than shadow boxing, like on a bag in literally almost 2 years. Just getting a feel for it. I'm going to cut the music at some point as well, so you guys can hear just how loud the atmosphere was with the music and stuff. It's absolutely crazy. So as you can tell, I'm not trying to, like, you know, ego fight with this bag. I'm just tapping it a lot, throwing maybe a couple of big shots from time to time. You know, nothing, man, just working. I'm always thinking how I can improve. I can feel it in my legs and my arms if I'm not doing something right. After about 4.5 minutes of that, I moved on to the big heavy bag. Wanted to get that going. This was about 6 minutes in on this heavy bag. I recorded for about 5 minutes, and then I realized that the recorded only actually recorded for a minute and a half. So I cancelled that recording out and then started again here, and I was getting a good sweat going on this bag, so I just recorded for another 4 or 5 minutes on this bag again. As you can see, my shoulders really starting to hurt there. I had to kind of wave the pain off a little bit. Not done it for so long. You know, I'm often feeling like my straight is pushing me back, and I sometimes lose my balance. That's something I got to work on for sure. And yeah, you know, I like to move. You'll see, like, I like to move a lot. You know, just kind of get a feel for things. I like to get my distance from the bag and just kind of watch the bag, and, you know, just like I said, just flowing, just relaxing. That's all I want to do, is just relax. And then I move on to this thing, which, I mean, this is just, you know, the gym has a few of these. I'm sure you guys have all experienced things like this. You know, tiny little ball. It's one of those balls, actually, believe it or not, that you have that strap that you tie to your forehead, that you punch it. It's Boxer Ball is the company. But this one is tied to the ceiling and to the floor. So I just want to kind of work on my accuracy here. You know, because I didn't feel like I was quite as accurate. You know, spent three odd minutes on about a 3-minute round on this little thing, just kind of getting a feel for it, just kind of throwing taps. I don't need to ego fight like bags and little things like this. I don't need to throw heavy shots all the time. And then I move on to this to work on my accuracy a little bit more. One of these, the Viper bag, or Cobra bag, I think it's called, actually. I'm not quite sure what it is called. One thing I did notice, you can tell me my disappointment there in myself when I kind of landed that shot kind of lazily. Some of these shots I'm really not happy with the way I'm landing, the way I'm throwing them. I noticed that a lot of the time I was hitting it at almost an angle, so the bag was going diagonally a lot instead of straight back and forth. Some of them were nicer than others. But this one I was on for about 12 minutes, to be honest. I wasn't very happy with a lot of it. I was getting kind of pissed off at myself, but, you know, it's all about improvement. And then I just wanted to move around the ring, flow, see how things felt, you know, actually stepped in the ring. Hadn't been in, like I said, I haven't stepped on the ring mat in almost 2 years. Just wanted to flow, move around. Was just looking at some of the new artwork and some of the stuff they had signed, you know, by fighters. They got like Pacquiao shorts, and they got photos signed by Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, Conor Benn, things like that. Lots of good stuff there. So I was just having a look around, just getting a flow for it, you know, just feeling, watching my feet. You know, just almost treat myself like a beginner. I don't care that I've done it before. I really want to treat myself like a beginner and just flow and just do what feels right and just move and just kind of feel natural again. So after about an hour and a half, taking the wraps off now, I finished my abs. I've done some stuff for my back and for my spine that I have to do because of the osteopath tells me to do it. So I had to do some bits there. I didn't bother recording. Got a good sweat on. And, you know, as you can see, I'm doing up my wraps here. I'd probably been resting for about 15-20 minutes, which I'm not breathing too heavy right now. So my cardio wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm not overly disappointed. But that was the end of today. You know, first time in almost 2 years. Done what I wanted to do, had a bit of a flow, knackered myself out. Admittedly, I was absolutely exhausted. I didn't record every little thing that I done, but I recorded a good amount. So then, yeah, we're ready for tomorrow. I'm going to be jumping back in on Saturday, and you guys will see that in the next few seconds. And we go on to day 2. Now, this is a bit of a shorter one. I had my mate with me. He's never ever been boxing before, so we just kind of spent time teaching him the basics. Done a bit of pads with him and stuff, as you can see here. Just kind of teaching him. I was really just working on my jab today, so you know he's never done it before, but he's a big boxing fan. He always has been, and you know he's been wanting to get into it. So fuck it, let's just grind out this new year. You know, so it's a bit of a shorter week. I only went twice this week. I'm coming in with a really shitty cold as well. So, but next week we'll be back to it, back hitting it hard, and then yeah, hopefully within a few weeks we'll be back into the sparring. So throughout some of this, I had an opportunity to do some of my own stuff, you know, just while he was doing it. You know, we done 4 or 5 minutes, you know, a time. So we, you know, got a good sweat going. He definitely felt the pain in his knuckles, like for something that you never do before. As you can see here, we're just having a little bit of a tap, just kind of getting him used to hitting a small target like my hand, or, you know, a head, opposed to just a bag. And then, yeah, again, we're both just doing our own thing here. Like I was, you know, I'm not the best teacher. I'm not a pro. I'm not a coach. We had the coach behind us. He's always chatting and helping people out, you know, but I'm not the best, but I know that I can teach the basics at least and teach people to have fun with it. So as you can tell, I'm just working on my jab, just trying to get that kind of that step in, that snappy jab. You know, I wasn't putting too much mustard on everything because, you know, just kind of like I said, guys, I've just been having fun with it. That's kind of the key, just having fun with it, warming up, getting used to things. We're going to be jumping back into the sparring and the one-to-ones and stuff like that, and just getting a good vibe, man. I just love it. I just love boxing. It's just awesome. This was quite funny, really. We were doing a bit of this, and as I landed the uppercut, the camera started to fall, which was a bit of a pain. And then here, this was for about an hour in. We you know, we're just finishing off here. Then we went into that smaller ring. You can see there, and probably done about 15-20 minutes on like the pads for him, and you know, getting his footwork right, because you know he picked up the footwork thing really quickly, which was nice. And then yeah, we're just working on a few shots, but you can tell the way he's pushing on his hands. He's feeling that pain in his knuckle from never doing something like this. Because how often do we punch things in everyday life? Unless we're an angry white boy who drinks Monster Energy drink, we're not punching things on a regular basis. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It was, you know, a lot to put together. It was tons of fun to edit, tons of fun to obviously make. I'm going to be posting this maybe every Sunday, assuming I'm able to go down the gym. I had a mean workout right after this. About an hour after this, I went home, went to my other gym and done a really good chest and arm workout, which was really tough. So I'm absolutely exhausted. Probably hasn't helped the cold, admittedly, but I'm absolutely exhausted. So, you know, next week, hopefully I'll better show a bit of the weight stuff, show you guys some cardio, show you guys some more of the boxing stuff, and you know, actually get in the ring and do some bits. So yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to what this brings. Hopefully I'll be doing this the whole year, this series. I hope you guys do end up enjoying it. As always, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe down below. And yeah, I've had honestly so much fun making this video. I'm not going to ramble as much in every episode just because this is the first one. I just wanted to say my appreciation for everyone that's watched it, and you know, I've had tons of fun making it, and getting the gloves back on and back in the gym, and you know, everything like that has just been awesome, and I've had tons of fun with it. I really have. But yeah, thank you as always for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.